These farmers and wheat board directors have traveled all the way from the prairies to stand together on Parliament Hill. They're here as part of a last-ditch effort to convince the Conservative government not to end the wheat board's marketing monopoly. They say the government is pushing the decision forward illegally and without their consent. Farmer Rod Flannan says the government is breaking the law by ignoring their farmer-held vote that showed that a majority of farmers voted to keep the wheat board as is.
We want answers from Mr. Harper. Why is he rushing this legislation through Parliament? Why has he chosen to break the law and circumvent a vote among farmers?
Jonathan Malloy is a political science professor at Carleton University. He says the Conservatives, who control the House and Senate, don't need the support of an opposition party to pass the legislation, and are acting within their rights, even by limiting debate on the bill.
This is how it works, and again, we haven't seen a majority government for 7 years. So this is what you see in majority governments, where the government can pass it through, the opposition can't vote it down.
But critics insist laws are being broken. The matter of contention is a small clause within the Canadian Wheat Board Act, one that says the government must consult with the board before making changes. The minister shall not cause to be introduced in Parliament a bill that would exclude any kind, type, class, or grade of wheat or barley produced in any area in Canada unless the minister has consulted with the board about the exclusion or extension, and the producers of the grain have voted in favor of the exclusion or extension, the voting process having been determined by the minister. Deputy Liberal leader Ralph Goodale says the clause means the government must let the wheat board vote. During Chrétien's Liberal government, Goodale was Agriculture Minister and responsible for the Canadian Wheat Board. Liberals added the clause in 1998.
It is anti-democratic. It takes away the farmers' right to vote themselves on the future of the Canadian Wheat Board.
But Malloy says the clause is unclear.
But the bottom line, I think, is that obviously there's enough ambiguity that both sides feel that that their side is right, and the government in particular feels that it can do what it wants.
Jonathan Malloy says this lawsuit could even make its way up to the Supreme Court, but that won't slow the progress of Bill C-18. It's expected to pass before Christmas, and when it does, the 8 farmer-elected directors of the Canadian Wheat Board will be fired immediately. Then, any grain marketer, including a voluntary restructured wheat board, will be able to buy farmers' 2012 wheat and barley harvests. Felicia Passantrilli, CJTV News, Ottawa.